Now, one thing you might want to do here is pause for a second and think about what the third harmonic should be. You can do a little bit of mental math or pull your calculator out, go ahead and pause the video, and figure out if it's about where you think it is. Okay, now again, occasionally we will get these kind of false pieces in here as some shaking goes on with the whole table. But we should find a nice true third harmonic. See, there it is. Let's go back down a little bit. It's all too far down. So I'm at 50.3. Okay. So I changed the wrong dial there. Okay, I think I'm going the wrong direction. I've gone a little too high. So I'll take this back down. Okay, I'm going to say 49.9 looks like the third harmonic for this situation. Okay, so third harmonic, 49.9 hertz. Let's push this up and see if we can find any other harmonics. Okay, looks like we're getting close. Maybe we just went past it. So it looks like we're in close here. Notice we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 antinodes going on. So we're close to the fourth harmonic. Let's tune it in a little bit. Okay, I'm going to say about right there for this harmonic, 66.5. So notice this is almost double the first harmonic because we've gone from the second harmonic to the fourth harmonic. Okay, let's continue on, see if we can find the fifth harmonic. Okay, you might actually be able to start hearing the hum from here rather than just kind of the bumping that's going around. You also occasionally will hear some oscillations going on over here for the pulley that's there. And just as a reminder, that pulley is there to change the direction of the string. Okay, there we go. Now again, this is getting harder and harder to see, but this is now the fifth harmonic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's tune it in. The fact that I'm getting those oscillations in that amplitude shows me that I'm close. Notice as I get really close, those should take much longer to do because that beat frequency was the difference between the two frequencies. So as I get closer to where the phase is exactly in phase, I will get slower and slower oscillations. Okay, I think I'm going to call it right here, 83.4 hertz for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or for 5 antinodes, which is the 5th harmonic. Now above this, it gets a little harder to see them because the amplitude, as you've noticed, has been going down and down and down because it's now spread out over more pieces of string, and because it's going up and down faster, it takes longer for it, or excuse me, it takes a shorter time to go down and come back. So it can't quite go as far as it did for that first harmonic, which had a very huge amplitude. Okay, again, with the camera, you may or may not have noticed here, but I am starting to get nodes and antinodes along here. Okay, you know what? I think we've reached a point where we're not going to be able to see any more of these in the video. Oh, maybe not. That's why you don't stop. Okay, so first harmonic, or excuse me, first loop, first antinode, there's a node, antinode, node, and so on. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 antinodes. So this is the 6th harmonic at 101.3 hertz. Okay, just for fun, I'm going to try to get the 7th. I'm not going to hold my breath on this one. Ah, but there it is. Okay, so I think in post-processing, what I'm going to do here is zoom in on the string so maybe you can see it a little easier. Or see it a little better. Okay, up here gets really tough because there's not much amplitude change that's going on. These waves are very, or the amplitudes of these nodes is fairly small. Okay, I think I'm going to call it here at 18.2, or actually 118.2 hertz for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th harmonic. If you ever have a chance to play with one of these things, you can go a little bit higher and see them, but then you finally reach a point where you can more feel the string than you can actually see it. Okay, so we've got the frequencies for the first 7 harmonics. Just as a quick reminder, there is 200 grams hanging on the end. and the length of this string was 45.5 inches, and you'll need to convert that inches into meters. You probably want to do it through centimeters first, but again, I'll have information on how you can do that in the materials that come with the rest of the lab. Okay, good luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing your lab reports.